Sean Doolittle's been battered around by the Mets, but he's had a really good year otherwise. And he'll take a 6-3 lead into the bottom of the ninth.
Well, you see his numbers this year, but more importantly, his numbers against the Mets. And in those 5 1/3 innings pitched, not only the 6 earned runs, but 10 hits.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Doolittle. Throws his fastball 93% of the time.
Yeah. Straight over the top.
Interesting defensive setup here with the left-hander in, playing Davis. Soto more to pull and more straight up in center field.
Davis homered back in the 4th inning, 1 for 3 on the night. And JD takes the fastball for a strike. Davis, Ramos, and Frasier. Doolittle trying to save it for Steven Strasburg, who's in line for his 15th win of the year. Strasburg went 7, allowed 3 runs, 4 hits. Daniel Hudson worked around a double by Rosario to pitch a scoreless 8th. And now Doolittle bidding for his 26th save. Well, we started tonight by talking about the size of this game, especially for the Mets' younger players, including J.D. Davis.
It was important for both teams. Washington coming in off a sweep in San Francisco, coming all the way across the coast, a day off, to come in and try to set the tone. Both teams trying to set the tone.
That's down the line, a fair ball, and that'll go toward the corner, and Davis will have himself a double. So J.D. Davis gets the Mets started in the 9th against Sean Doolittle. Hit one right over the bag for his 2nd extra base hit of the night.
Well, he just continues to put this terrific season together and gets the Mets started here.
Well, the Mets need one more base runner to get the tying run to the plate. How huge does that extra run that Trey Turner just stole look now?
Well, you and I were talking between innings. Trey Turner always seems to be the best athlete on the field when the Nationals play the Mets.
Wilson Ramos 0 for 2 and a walk tonight. Frasier behind him. And Wilson goes after a high fastball, 0-1. Ramos has hit Doolittle well, 3 hits and 4 career at bats. Davis at 2nd and nobody out. And Ramos lines one into center field for a base hit. Davis to 3rd. He's going to stop right there as Robles fires in. A sliding stop by Adams on the cutoff. And now the Mets will get the tying run to the plate. Back-to-back base hits for Davis and Ramos against Sean Doolittle. And Todd Frasier coming up.
High fastball, oh, bell tie, inner half. Ramos got it covered. Sean, he's just late getting there. Adams.
And now that's 12 hits given up by Doolittle in 5 1/3 innings pitched.
And you know he knows it.
Yeah.
And he's got to be thinking about it.
And you got Frasier, 300 hitter against left-handers.
Frasier 2 for 4 with a home run against Doolittle. Tying run at the plate. And Todd takes up and in for ball 1. Frasier 0 for 3 tonight. And Frasier takes a rip. A ball and a strike. Well, here's how the Nats got their 6th run.
Well, this ball just barely. Ramos kind of looks, and Avalon didn't cover home plate. This is just a guy on his toes. And this is a Washington National team, Gary, that you mentioned in the break, that has the speed and they utilize it.
Up high to Frasier, 2-1. Well, you got Joe Panik in the on-deck circle. First game as a Met. Might have a chance to bat in an enormous situation in a moment. 2-1 to Frasier. And Todd cranks one deep left field, down the line. That ball is out of here! Out of here! Todd Frasier ties the game! It's been a night for the New York, New Jersey contingent, and Todd Frasier with the Mets' biggest hit of the season thus far, a game-tying 3-run homer, and it's 6-6 in the ninth. Frasier brings the house down.
Boy, oh boy, you know what you're going to get off Doolittle? Right down the pipe, belt high. And Todd, after swinging and missing at the first strike, crushed this one.
The Mets have not won a game all season in which they trailed after 8 innings. Now Joe Panik with nobody out. A chance to keep it going against Doolittle, who's been knocked back on his heels again by the Mets. His 5th blown save of the year. Panik is 0 for 3 in his Mets debut. And Joe fouls one away, a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, these are momentum games, momentum moments.
Juan Lagares on deck to pinch hit with the pitcher's spot due up next. 1-2 to Panik. And he fouls away the breaking ball.
All of a sudden, Doolittle's discovered his slider. He said, I better mix it up. Well, Pete.
Twice in this game, the Mets have come from 3 runs down.
They did it against Strasburg. Now they've done it against Doolittle. And Panik hits a ground ball up the middle, base hit. And the Mets with 4 straight hits against Doolittle. Joe Panik with his first base hit as a New York Met. And the Mets have the potential winning run aboard with nobody out.
Just out of the reach of Dozier.
Well, now Lagares, and you have to think he'll be asked.
Oh, yes, no question.
Although Lagares hit the ball hard against Doolittle earlier this year.
He's bunting.
Bunt towards Adams.
Lagares has 3 for 5 against Doolittle, and he gives away the fact that he was going to be bunting as Doolittle threw to first.
You bunt it towards Adams. Left-hander falls towards third base. Adams doesn't want to throw the ball to second.
You see that last graphic? 9 runs the Mets have scored against Doolittle. 9 is given up against the rest of baseball as Lagares fouls back the bunt attempt. For some reason, the Mets have had the number of the Nationals closer, and now a chance perhaps to not only give them a blown save but a loss as well.
Boy, what a victory this would be for the Metropolitans.
Execute.
McNeil on deck, Rosario behind him. And Lagares bunts it. It's down. The throw to second by Rendon, and they get the force. Panik had to hold up to make sure that ball would fall, and that gave Rendon enough time to get the lead man. 5-6 for the first out.
And Rendon took charge here. You don't want the pitcher here. His back's to the play. Rendon has a little bit of peripheral vision, and you want the athlete out there making the play. And that is just a fine play, getting the lead runner.
It's a tough call for Panic. He stopped about halfway between first and second.
Absolutely.
Well, it's not his fault because you got to get that ball on the ground. And more importantly, like I said before, the bunt had to go to Adams. Trainer's out.
Trainer is out to look at Doolittle. They've got Fernando Rodney up in the bullpen. Jeff McNeil's going to be the batter with the potential winning run at first base in Lagares. And whatever it was that was concerning the Nats, Doolittle is staying in. 4 straight hits before that bunt into a force play. Dom Smith joining the cheers, and then Todd Frasier made it pay off. Tying home run.
Almost hit it off the glass.
So now McNeil. Jeff is 0 for 3 and a walk. 0 for 2 against Doolittle. Lagares has 3 stolen bases in 4 tries this year. Of course, if you steal a base here, then they'll probably walk McNeil. Doesn't matter if it's a lefty or a righty up.
So Rosario's hot.
And McNeil pops one up behind home plate, and that'll sail out of play. 0-1. Rosario on deck. Well, this game has been everything that this huge crowd could have asked for. Mets twice have fallen behind by 3 runs. Alonso and Davis homering to get them even in the 4th. Frasier with a 3-run homer to get them even in the 9th. And McNeil skies one along the right field line. Racing over is Eaton, and he gets there to 2-handed for the 2nd out. So 2 away. Lagares still at first, and it's left to Ahmed Rosario. Rosario 2 for 4 tonight. He singled in the 6th, doubled in the 8th, and now bats in the 9th. With Lagares at first and 2 out. Rosario 0 for 3 against Sean Doolittle, who's trying to settle back in after getting knocked sideways.
Well, Doolittle doing a very good job of checking Lagares at first. The fans are booing, but it's got to be done.
Rosario takes one wide for ball 1. If Rosario can keep the inning going, Michael Conforto would be next. Rosario fouls one back.
He had a rip.
One and 1 to Ahmed. And another check in on Lagares, who is having no trouble getting back to the bag. Three for 4 this year. And Rosario pulls one through the hole, a base hit. Lagares to second. He'll stop there as Soto charges it. So Rosario with his 3rd consecutive hit. And now the potential winning run is at second. 2 down, and Michael Conforto coming up.
Doing a changeup here. Doolittle's just basically a 1-pitch pitcher.
Keith, in 6 innings so far against the Mets this year, Doolittle's given up 15 hits. 15.
So now Conforto, who's never had a hit against Doolittle, 0 for 5.
Oh, he's overdue.
Mets have 5 hits in this inning, 5 hits in 7 at bats, including the Frasier home run that tied it. Now a base hit could win it for New York. Lagares with speed at second, Rosario with speed at first, and Conforto takes up and in, ball 1. And if Conforto were to get on, Pete Alonso looms on deck.
Soto in left field has shortened up about 15 feet. Very shallow. Conforto a lot of power to left.
And Michael takes upstairs 2-0. Well, you have to think that if he walks Conforto, that they'd bring Rodney in to face Alonso.
Yes.
He's gassed.
Rodney's ready to go. He's probably wondering why he hasn't been in already. 2-0 to Conforto. And Michael flies one foul. 2-1. Conforto 7 home runs in his last 11 games, but it takes a simple single to win this game. Mets have not won a game all year in which they've trailed after 8 innings. 0-44. 2-1 from Doolittle. And Conforto slashes one foul. 2-2. Doolittle up to 25 pitches in this inning. He's already blown the save, now trying to get it to the 10th. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 to Conforto.
And he drives one deep right field. That goes Eaton. It's over his head, and the Mets win the ball game. Michael Conforto with his first career walk-off hit, and the Mets pull it out in the bottom of the ninth, 7-6.
Tripped in center field.
What an inning, what a game, what a night, what a streak. The Mets have won 14 of 15, and the most unlikely one of all. Conforto with a walk-off hit after Frasier's tying home run, and the Mets overcome the Nats and win it 7-6.
Well, I don't know what happened to Michael's jersey top, but I'll tell you what, this is just a remarkable win for the Mets. And here's the pitch, wants it away. Oh, it's inside. Michael turns. He got it. He squared it up.
Thought for a moment that Eaton might have a play on it, but no.
Just hit too hard. A lot of things have changed for the Nationals. A lot of things have changed for the Mets. The bullpen is not one of them.
Sean Doolittle meets his Waterloo. He's given up 19 runs this year, 10 of them, more than half of them, against the Mets. A 4-1 bottom of the ninth. The Mets win for the first time this year when they trail after 8 innings, and Steve Gelbs is there with the shirtless hero.
Gary, Michael tried to put the jersey back on. Wasn't happening. First career walk-off hit. I probably don't have to ask. First shirtless interview as well. What did that one feel like?
Man, hey, that was fun, huh? That was a good time. I couldn't have picked. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Michael, what's going on with this team right now?
Hey, we just believe, man. We're coming out here every day. We're working hard. You know, we do it for you guys. We do it for the fans. We do it for each other. And we want to do something special this year. So you're seeing the true colors come out.
Take us through that at bat in particular. Obviously, you guys have had a lot of success against Doolittle this year. Got to him in that particular inning, but he falls behind 2-0 on you and then works back 2-2. What were you thinking in that spot?
I just wanted to get a fastball down in the zone. He's got a good fastball that rides a little bit, so just get him down, put the barrel on it.
Finally, Michael, you mentioned these fans. What was it like to play in front of these guys in this atmosphere tonight?
It's unbelievable. You guys, it was unbelievable. It was like playoffs, man. That's what we want to do. So keep coming out and supporting us, and let's go Mets.
Michael, go put a shirt on. Thanks.